What up, what up, what up? What's going on, people? Well, the move is done, and I'm going to be coming back online. It's been a rough road for me all the way around. This is my new office, and so beginning of November, I would say November 5th, I'm going to start hitting the road and or at least go out in the area, and I'm going to start doing ghost hunting shows, all brand new. Everything's going to be brand new. And I just figured I'd get on here and see what is up with everybody. I'm feeling good today. Besides a little problem I did with my back, but I had to see the problem I've got is I've had a back surgery, and you guys kind of know that. And why I was in the process of moving, my wife tried to be a he-man, and she lifted a china cabinet, and it fell over on her. And I had to. I'm not supposed to lift anything too heavy, but I couldn't leave the china cabinet sitting on her, so I reached down, lifted it, and I don't know if I caused some damage in my lower back. I've got to go have it checked out. I hurt a little bit. Well, I should say I hurt a lot, really, right now. I feel it in my back and my knees real bad right now. So I'm hoping I didn't cause any more damage to end up having another back surgery done. That's the only thing I don't want. If that happens, I'm gonna be laid up for a while. Uh, it took me almost a year to recover from the last back surgery, and it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant at all. But I wanted to get out here and say hello to everybody. Let you know that I'm still alive. I ain't dead. I'm coming back. And it's probably going to be about November 8th. I'm going to start putting all brand new shows out there. I still haven't decided if I'm going to stay with this channel for a while, because I am going to cut back. I need to cut back a little bit. I'm taking too much on my dinner plate. With a heart condition, I kind of just slow down a little bit. I don't do things as much. I see I got somebody here watching me already. Thank you for showing. But I just wanted to get on here and let you know that I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm going to start doing some ghost hunting on November 8th. Because either way I go, my funds are really limited of what I can do and how much I can do and where I'm going. But that's that, and in a nutshell, basically. But it's all going to be all brand new shows. But I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a difference. I'm sleeping better versus from the other house. The other house, there was just too many problems, too many headaches, too many spirits. I'm kind of looking over everything on my desk here, guys, because I'm still unpacking, and it's not that I'm not paying attention to you. You guys matter to me. But the move went somewhat good. The kids helped out, and my wife did a lot. She wouldn't let me lift anything too heavy up until the china cabinet fell on her. She's all right though. She's doing all right. She's been resting and a little achy and hurting. We're no spring chickens anymore, and of going out. And good news, guys. I cut back smoking. Oh my God. Being in this house, me and my wife made a decision when we moved from the other house to this house that we would not smoke in the house. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to end up quitting because just the years of seeing when I started pulling stuff off the wall, and it made me start to think. Let me take a sip of my coffee first. I don't live disgusting. I hate disgust. I hate filth. I hate dirt. I hate anything about it. But when I pulled my diplomas off the wall, um, and I happened to look back, and you could see a checker pattern on the wall just from smoking, guys. I couldn't believe it. I'm 51 years old. My dad kind of quit when he had his first open heart surgery, but you know, everything is destined in my life. I got the three deadlies. I got the heart disease, diabetes, which I got the first two, and then I've got cancer that runs in the family also. But anyhow, you know, I'm hoping everybody can hear me real well. Um, I try to put everything back in order. It took me quite at least the couple weeks or the week that we've been here, or a week and a half now that we've been here. It's taken me this long just to get my computer system up and running again, and brand new everything. I called the cable company and had them come out here. The old box, the Wi-Fi system that I had was junk, pure junk. It was a two-piece unit. Now I'm down to a one-piece unit, but this works better now than it did then. And it's crazy. Hang on for 1 minute, guys. Whoop, darkness. As you can still hear the boxes, that's better. That's a better picture. As you can hear the boxes in the background, I mean, I've got boxes everywhere stacked in my office here. I actually got an office. It's not part of my bedroom anymore. Thank God. Um, so, but anyhow, everything's been looking up. And like I said, November 8th, I'm going to start doing some shows, ghost hunting shows, get back into the groove of things again. Keep my mind occupied big time. I want to keep just keep moving a little bit and keep going. I'm a type of person that doesn't want to stop. So we're going to keep on going with shows. Um, I probably won't be doing, I've kind of made the decision what I'm going to do, and I'm going to probably stick with my ghost hunting shows for a while and back off this channel a little bit, but I ain't going to back off it too much. I'll appear once in a while, and I'll probably do all my talk shows here, and or reviews for my ghost hunting shows, and but I would love to hear from you guys out there. I got a few emails while I was down for a while. You know, it was disheartening. A lot of I'm not afraid to admit it. There was a lot of people that basically told me just shut the fucking thing off. Which, you know what? That's their opinion. I could care less. I'm not. This is my show. If they don't want to, if they don't like how things were with me, then don't watch me. Okay? I do everything 100% legit. I don't put nothing out on this channel unless I know it's the truth. That's just the type of person I am. And I do as much as I can because I am disabled, okay? I am disabled and I will admit it. And it's no shame of being disabled. I hate it, but it's the truth. And you know, I come of inches of dying on the table. when I went under my second surgery for my back. That's when I found out that I had a heart problem. Um, and that's the honest God truth. My heart stopped on the table. I was dead on the table. Um, when they put a patch over my lower back, flipped me over, my heart started back up. They left me under anesthesia for an hour and a half before they even continued doing the surgery on me. Um, so you know what? I take things with a grain of salt. What I've got to say to them people that have hatred is if you don't like my show, don't watch it. I didn't mean to take this big of a break. I had to because of my heart condition. I mean, I was having problems. My heart was doing funky things again, and and being in the condition that I am in, I am lucky to be out there and doing. I mean, the doctors didn't even expect me to walk after the surgery because I had my whole lower back crushed. Um, I walk better today. I am walking. It took me, I would say, almost 6 years to walk without a cane. And every day, I thank God for giving me back some of my life. And it just it ticks me off that these people are telling me, "Oh, just shut your show down, walk away." You know what? I ain't walking away from nothing. This is my show. Like I said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I don't care. You know, I put out good content. I feel that I put out good content. If I get some emails, I wish people would email me more so I know, where I stand. But, there's going to be haters out there, and I know it, and I ain't going to let it bother me. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because, one, I want to keep myself moving, if you guys can understand that. I want to keep, um, I love what I do. I mean, as far as ghost hunting, I love it. I want to know, you know, what's beyond this world that we live in. I know there's spirits out there, and I've caught them in the past. You can go to Spirit Hunter. You can watch the videos right now. Check them out. And I have caught some weird stuff, from mausoleum to different places, and um, and I didn't catch it on camera, and I didn't catch it on the digital recorder. And I wish to God I would have. I wish I would have left my camera on until I left the place that I was in. Because I swear to God, I heard a woman moan, and just it chilled me down to the bone when I heard this. And I wish I would have left it on. But I did catch on camera, and I did catch it in on one of the shows in the mausoleum. A woman coming across saying, "Please don't leave." I have it enhanced along with my voice. I should have just enhanced that little short span of that voice because I had to wear my headphones to even hear it. And when I did hear it, I said, "Oh man, I got to enhance that, then insert it back in." Which I took that section out, enhanced it, the audio, and then inserted it back in where it was at. I don't forge anything. This is what I catch. This is what I'm out to prove. You know, um, I don't fake anything. I don't when I'm out at places, I don't damage anything. I don't break anything. That's just my way. I kind of you know, I kind of run like the ghost hunters on TV. I want to prove what's out there and what's on the other side. It is just, and some of the evidence that I've gotten when I first, I've been doing this over the years, but since I've gotten all the equipment, I had the digital recorders. I really didn't have a lot of camera equipment, and I bought two new cameras, cheap, cheap cameras. One's from the pawn shop, and the other one I bought through Amazon. Both of them were cheap. Well, not the second camera. That wasn't really too cheap. That was almost $200. But that was cheap to me. I don't spend a lot of money into this stuff. I buy it when I can. I am going to be making some. I'm making one piece of equipment because it's easy to make, and it's proven that it works. I'm not going to say what it is now, but I will when I'm done with it. That might take a while because I still got to buy a few things, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to come up with the money yet. Hit my wife in the head and run with the money. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't hit my wife. I tell you, I'm all the years I've been married 2 other times, and I tell you, all the years, I wish I would have met my wife in the beginning. To be honest, um, that woman has stuck by my side through thick and thin, and through my heart attack. When I had a major heart attack at 42. You guys know this. I've put it out there. I don't disclose too much of my life, but you guys, I did it one time, and you know my situation. But this woman has stuck by my side through thick and thin, and in this move, if it wasn't for some of the help that we got, and then my wife doing most of the heavy lifting, we wouldn't have made it here where we're at, because I'm limited of things that I can do and how I can do it. And it makes me sad sometimes because I can't do the things I used to do. But as long as I keep moving forward, my wife keeps moving forward, and we just keep motivated. We want to go on some trips, and I'm hoping, because let me tell you something. I still got eye contact for you guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I've got to look off to the side because I can't just sit here and look at a camera all the time, and I apologize for that. But anyhow, let me let me. We for 7 years we lived in the other house, and of course, the past owner that owned the property, he died right in the doorway to our bedroom. My wife wouldn't even wouldn't even sleep in that bedroom because she knew that he died in there. My wife worked for him for quite a long time. His real daughter didn't want a thing, and but the bills were big time, big time. And I don't know. I mean, between her, she works off and on. She makes a little bit of money here and there, and we survived, but we never had extra money. And but the the house, there was just something about it that would just drag you down into nothing. And that's what it was almost done to us. It drug us down to nothing. I mean, the taxes a year on the place were over 1,050. And we always had at monthly. We always had to put that money away because we would never come up with $1,000 in 1 month to pay the taxes. I've had to go that route one time, but I had to pawn just about everything we had just to, we were just surviving, and I was sick and tired of just surviving. We moved into a smaller house, smaller property, because the other property we had was over 8 acres. That's a lot of acreage, guys, and it took 4 days to mow the place. Because of my condition, it took me 4 days to mow with a 42-inch mower. Okay, don't do it. You need a 60-inch or better. Excuse me. And it just drug us down, and that's why we had to make the move. Why we had the chance to do it. Um, my all my bills are very low and limited now. That it's going to free up a little extra money to go play and do things and go do some shows and maybe by this time next year, me and my wife can take a vacation to St. Augustine. A lot of things are going to change. A lot of things are going to change, and I'm thankful that it's going to change. It took a lot of weight off our shoulders because I'll tell you what, guys, if her ex boss was still alive, I'd probably punch him right in the face. I mean, it just ticked me off what he did and didn't tell us what he did and the bills that he left us. I had no problem paying some of his hospital bills because I had to do it. But he didn't tell us about the road assessment. The road assessment was over, I think it was $36,000 just in the road assessment. Which we got that reduced, thank God. Not by far, but we got it reduced. And then in the process of selling the house, um, between yeah, in the process of selling the house, we ended up finding out there was two liens on the property that we weren't even aware of. One because the guy that owned the property got himself into a little bit of trouble, and he had a bail bondsman lien on it. That was $140,000. We got that reduced down to $3,000, which I was thankful for that. That helped a lot. But now we're working on getting the titles done on the trailer for a company that has been out of business for years. But we know that the mobiles were paid for. We know the property was paid for. Everything should have been done, and he didn't do it. He didn't go file anything. So when we found this all out when we were moving, we're running back and forth to courthouse trying to get everything done and get it the way it should be. And then, but the new owner, he's happy with the property. He's going to put I guess, some cows, and his wife wants some chickens, and I guess she's got like 4 or 5 chickens, but I've got chickens too, but they're out back right now, along with the pig. You guys know about the pig. We transferred all the horses over here. Help from friends. Thank you. I thank you if you guys watch my show. But we were struggling over at the other place, and that's why we made the move that we had to. It's my wife doesn't make a lot of money sometimes, and sometimes she makes quite a bit, and she kind of does her own thing, our own business, and that's how we do things. And plus, with my check coming in, but let's quit rambling here. But anyhow, we had to do the move. There was just we both looked at each other and said, enough's a goddamn enough. We're not going to keep doing this for the rest of our lives. I've got a little mortgage with the new place because it is newer. The house has been totally rebuilt, brand new roof on it, brand new. I mean, it's brand new, brand new, brand new. And we knew the people that we bought the house from, and they were basically, one minute we weren't getting it, the next minute we were. Then we went back and forth for quite a long time, for a good month. Now all this process that we had to do, and but they waited, and they never put it on the market because they knew we were gonna still try to get it. But the house went through, it sold. We got that money, bought this house. We still have a little bit of mortgage, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll make it through it. And then and it won't take long to pay it off. I think a year and 6 months, and the house is ours. It's paid off. The most the most of the money came from the other house sale, but time we ended up with the road assessment paid off. The we were 2 years in back taxes paid off. I don't have to worry about it no more. It's stress off my head. I don't have to worry about bills no more. And that's the position that me and my wife want to be in, because that will free us up to go on a vacation. I've been with my wife now for 10 years, almost 10 years. And out of that 10 years, we took one vacation. One, guys, one. And that was our honeymoon. For 10 years, we have not took a vacation because we've done everything for everybody else and tried to help them out. And this is immediate family. I don't help, I help once in a while outside the immediate family, but family, family comes first. This is where we are with family. Okay. Family is family. You got to help. Um, so, and I feel more relaxed here, guys. That I didn't feel relaxed at the other house. I couldn't sleep at night. There was just so much going on in that house. Um, there was times that I ran my spirit box in that house, and my wife would start talking, and the man that owned the property before, that was her boss, started coming through the box. I didn't run no cameras. I wasn't going to run no cameras, and um, he would answer her, but he wouldn't answer for me. So that's why I quit running the cameras in the house, and I actually quit doing it in the house. I will not run. I will not run my spirit box in this house. I will not pull my equipment out in this house. I don't want to know if somebody's in this house. I don't want to know. I could, it's just because when I started doing it in my own house, it became more active, and I just won't do it I won't do it again. Um, I feel calm in this house. I'm sleeping great. Some nights I am. I'm still going through the transition. It's quiet where we're at. Um, you guys see the bull's head back there? I'm sure you do. That was see. Let me go on to something different here now. That bull's head right there. Let's pick his nose. That bull's head was actually in a custom cut slaughterhouse. Okay, that's what my wife did for 23 years. She worked in a custom cut slaughterhouse, and that's one of the bulls that came through the slaughterhouse. And that bull, um, was actually struck by lightning. Okay, and that bull's head was in the front shop. It was in the just as you came in the door. It was to the right, and it hung on the wall for years. And um, the guy that owned the shop wouldn't let anybody touch it. Wouldn't let people offered him money for that skull right there. And you know, I mean, it's got a good rack on it, as you can see. It's huge. But when we ended up with the slaughter, my wife ended up with a slaughterhouse. That's why she worked for so many years, and that's how we got the property also. And it was willed to us. Like I said, his real daughter didn't want it, so he gave it to her. Because she worked for measly pay and did a lot of stuff for this man and everything else. But she's more happier now being where we're at now in life than she was in that house. She was miserable all the time, and now it's like somebody turned the light switch on, and her attitude and everything is like took a twist and head in the opposite direction. Um, but that bull skull right there, that's one thing we'll never get rid of because it kind of reminds us of it reminds her more than it does me, but it reminds her of all the bullshit she had to go through in life and what she did in her life. And I sat one day in that place and I watched it from start to finish, stripping down a cow or a pig would come in that day and they would strip it. And um it's a lost art, really. I mean, nobody a custom cut slaughterhouse, you can't even find them anymore. And and it's mostly all farmers that would bring in their cows and and their animals, and then the hunters would bring in their deer and their pigs. And um but it's a lost art. It you it would be it's harder today because there's a lot of them that just went out of business after we closed the doors, um because the meat, the shanks of meat that, like I said, my wife's a tough woman. She could lift a side of beef and throw it on the table like it was nothing. But now that she's up in age, she can't do it anymore. Towards the end, she ended up using the chain hoist to lift up the beef and set it on the table to start cutting it up into sections and then run it through the bandsaw. But I tell you, it is a lost art, guys. You will not find custom cut slaughterhouses around here in the area that I'm in, and it's the days are over. I mean, one guy had one not too far from us here, and Randy, I'm pretty sure you heard of him, Randy Porter, the guys that had farms and stuff. But he he was going out to get a cow, and he jumped in the Bobcat. And when he jumped in the Bobcat, his pistol went off, and the bullet ricocheted and killed him. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen. But anyhow, that's where that bull skull came from. I just had to put that out there. Well, guys, I've been on here for 34 minutes, and I think I better shut down. But all new shows coming Thursday, in November 8th. Um, Everything's going to be kind of different. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I appreciate whoever this is here. It's showing one person that's here right now. I appreciate you being here. You didn't say anything over here, but maybe my live chat ain't working right now. I have no clue. Everything kind of got screwy. It's just going to take time for me to. I don't know. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me. But November 8th, I'm going to start. It'll probably be a couple days or a day after the 8th, but I'm going to be going out and putting some shows together. I want to try to. I've got a camera system now, well, actually, an 8-channel camera system. Um, with the tripods that if if I go and do a house investigation, I've got all the cameras to set up um, to see if catch anything. Um, but I'm just putting everything together now, trying to get everything ready, and it's just I still got a lot to do here, guys. But I wanted to let you know that I'm alive, I'm here, and I'm coming back, and that's the bottom line. You know why? It's not because Stone Cold said so. It's because Dave said so. And I will be seeing you guys then. Take care. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.